Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. For today's scene I will, as always, use a variety of pencils, a smudging tool and an eraser. So without further ado, let's go right into this. Let me put this aside and then start with my frame just the way I always do, or mostly do. I do it for this stream anyways. So let me have a horizon right here, and then go into the sky with the HB pencil. Just make this area very smooth. Give it a very smooth value. For today's motif, I want it to be as dark as possible, as dark as I can get it with this HB pencil. Let's see if I can make this work. Of course, lighter towards the horizon, but still today, even down here, it's going to be a little darker than what I normally do. Maybe this is the value above the horizon, and then let me try and get it darker above this area. Just give it a general value first, the same value everywhere right now. Okay, now let's see how dark I can go up here. Maybe this dark. I'm getting those very dark edges at the right because still I press down more when I go to the right. Couldn't eliminate that from my technique from yesterday to today. Takes a little longer to get something like this out of your habit. Also, I don't go all the way out of the frame, I'm stopping inside of the frame, which I shouldn't do. Then I wouldn't get the edges inside of the frame, but okay. Getting rather dark up there. Okay, maybe I can get it a little darker up here. Still. Right now I'm trying to press down more as I go to the left, just to sort of counter this pressure on the right side that I have. And that's it. I think that's okay. Should work out like this. Okay. Next thing, as always, I take the smudging tool and make the sky as smooth as possible by going left to right. all the way, starting at the top, going down to the bottom, down towards the horizon. Let me do that one more time. Should hold down the right side of my piece of paper so I don't crush it. Let's try to do this with my left hand. Just a basic left-right motion. I should be able to pull that off with my left hand. Okay. What am I going to do next? Next thing is going to be a cloud in the sky. The highest point is maybe right here, right in the center of the sky, and it's going down. Towards this side as well, maybe a little bump right here, and then going down more. Like so. The lower area of the cloud right here. And then let me just erase the middle. Okay. All right. For the shadow in here, I take the HB pencil again and then make very flat U shapes at the bottom of the cloud, following the outline I just created with the eraser, leaving some space in between for some extra three-dimensionality. Alright, maybe like so, and then make the U shapes more pronounced between the lower part and the middle part, this transition area, maybe like so. Okay, and then let me create some shapes within this cloud shape. Some separations in here, in there, wherever you think they should be. Just very irregular M shapes in there. Make them join at some point, make them overlap. Okay. Now I'm going to shade this lower area, not including the parts below those lines that I just made. So there's a separation, a bright separation. Above every separation there's an area where it's darker again. But again, I leave out the area below the separation. A little bit over here, a little bit over there, and then in here some more. Okay, next thing, I'll take the smudging tool and just make all this a little smoother, and take the graphite more towards those separation lines that I drew, but still I'm leaving out a little bit of a white area. All the way almost to the top, but not entirely to the top, so that at the top outline of the cloud there's still a bright area. Okay. Some more in here. Trying to make the outlines that I created blend into those darker areas, so that it looks more like areas instead of just lines. Okay. Let's have another cloud now. Should have made this before starting to draw the first one, but that's what it is now. I've got to add this one. Just try to not erase the other cloud. It's going to be right here. Maybe go up a little bit more. Like that. Rather flat at the bottom, but still circular motions, so there are some minor bumps in there. Okay. And now I'll just do the same thing for this cloud that I just did for the other one. Maybe like this. Okay. Then just gently crosshatch those areas, leaving out the areas below the separation lines and below the top of the cloud. Maybe a little bit darker down here. And then I take the smudging tool again and make this all very smooth. Make it look like a very fluffy cloud. Right here I'm also making circular motions to keep the impression of very small bumps that pop out there. I'm using the smudging tool just like a pencil that holds graphite. Just draw with it, just like that. Just like the tip was the tip of a pencil. Let's go in here, make those lines a little bit smoother, make them disappear a little bit. go in here as well. There you go. Okay. Now the next thing I want is a horizontal horizon. So let me try and pull that off. I think that's more like it. I think I dropped a little bit to the right. I think there's our horizon. Now let's have some mountains in the distance. Maybe just some very flat zigzags over there in the distance. And right now I'm just going to shade those with the HB pencil to separate them from the sky. They're in the very, very distance. The roots of those mountains are behind the horizon. So there are not a lot of features to be seen. Not a lot of shadows, not a lot of light areas. They're just there, just like this. Going a little bit into the ground right here. Okay. Maybe let's pass the halfway point. Maybe like this. Just making this up as I go along. I have a vague image in my mind, but I alter it constantly, just thinking about what's going to be there in the end, what should overlap and what shouldn't. Okay, just like this. Now I want a little bit of a larger mountain right here. We can see the roots of this mountain at the peak go up into this cloud, drop down below it, and then go up right here again. Okay. Now I'm erasing everything that's behind those two mountains right here. Pick that off. Let me wipe that off real quick. Okay. Now for those mountains we are going to see a shadow and a light side. So now I should tell you where the sun is right now, and it's exactly behind this cloud, right there, behind the upper part of this cloud. So of course this right side of the mountain is going to be hit by the sunlight, and the left side is in the shadow. But since of course I want the light side to have a certain value as well, I'm going to draw that in using the HB pencil, but I have to be careful to separate this mountain from those mountains in the very distance, and therefore I'll try to make it a little lighter. Maybe just make some lines go up there and into the ground, like so. Then I'm going to shade the shadow area completely and then go in with the 3B pencil and also create some sort of structure right here. It's rather dark there, and then down here, over here, maybe like so. Okay, same thing for this mountain right here in front of the other one. Maybe this area goes right here. Maybe all the way up there. Let's see. Maybe it goes like this. All right. Something in here and another layer over there. Maybe we can see some trees climbing up this mountain. See some right here as well. Or maybe not. This is way too close. Maybe I should just for now stick to what I've got here. But we're definitely seeing some trees up here. Yeah, but I'm not going to draw those right now, since I still have to draw this area of the background. Okay, let's have this area right there. Give it some structure. And I want to go down to this line, since there's going to be water right here later. Okay. Maybe like so, and then we've got this area right there. Going like this. So we've got those trees right here. Let me first make the background right here. Let's have this line go in here, have another line right there. Maybe have it split up like this. And then go into the background right here. I'm making the area below the lines darker. This one as well. And this one right here. Then I'll take the smudging tool and pull all this down towards the next line. But leave a bright area above each line. Just like this. And like this, right here. Right there. Pull it down to the next line. There we got whatever's in the distance over there. Okay, next thing I want to draw is the trees up here. Just a bunch of trees, just some irregular M's chained together, going up the mountain and going all the way across over here. maybe it splits up right here. Okay, now making those trees dark. Still using the HB pencil. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here we go. Continuing to block in those trees. Leave a lighter area towards the lower end right there. Let's have another line of trees come out right here. Maybe up to this point and climbing up the mountain a little bit. Then make the top of those trees dark again. Take the smudging tool and pull this down to the lower line. Like that. And right here. Just like that. Now I'll take the 3B pencil and create a darker area below those trees. That's the area in between the tree trunks where it's really dark. just going up and down a very fine zigzag line. Make that blend up a little bit into those trees. Same thing for this tree line up here. Maybe a little bit like this, going down there. Okay. All right. Continuing with this tree line over here. All the way over there. Some more circles in here. Like this. Over here as well. Then pull it down. And now a darker area down there. Like so. All the way along this lower side of the trees. Maybe like this. All right. Next thing I want to do is give this land area, this water area, a little bit of definition. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to separate it from the land right there, but let me see what I can come up with. Just horizontal lines going towards the middle, leaving a blank area right there. Where there's a reflection of the sun. All the way over here as well. Now let me separate this land area from the water area with a dark line. Just going in with the 3B pencil, creating a little shoreline. Down here. Okay. Next thing I want to do is create some darker areas in the water. Maybe right here, Maybe there's one right there. And then down here it's darker as well. I think I'm going to leave the water like this, since I think right here we're way up above the water where we can't see any waves. Or maybe we can see some waves down here. What the heck? Let's just draw some in. Some horizontal lines. Okay, and let me just draw in a shoreline for this area as well. Maybe a part of the land goes in right here. Okay. Now, to this part of the mountain to the left. We've got some more trees up here. Just fill those in with some circles. And now, following this angle of the mountain, I want to give it some structure. Going down here. And give this area a shape as well. Now, taking the smudging tool, I start at those darker areas, the upper edge. And just move that down a little bit towards the next line, just like this. Maybe right here in the background as well. Just like so. Okay. I declare the left side done. Just need to do something in the right side here. I wanted a tree right here, but visualizing it now, I can't draw it the way I wanted to. So I'll have to change this. Let me think of something right here. Still trying to come up with something. Okay, let's do it like this. There's not going to be a tree there today, since I wanted... No, wait. I'll do it the other way around. I'm not going to tell you what I wanted. I'm just going to continue to draw this area right here that's rather close to us. Just block it in right now with the HB pencil. Some elevation right there. Maybe something down, something right here like this. Okay, then I'll use the 3B pencil for this upper area. Gotta continue this tree line though. If I make it like this, I have to extend this all the way over here. Draw in a couple more trees right here. Maybe like this. Okay. Let's get this area done. Maybe it slopes down right here. Another indent in the terrain right there. Maybe like this. And now yeah, I'll draw in the grass right here. Just a grassy hill. All the way on this ridge. Blades of grass everywhere, some sticking out like that. Right there. All the way. Make it join the ground. Okay, some larger blades right here. And then something inside of this shape. Going up here. Also right here. just where I drew in differences in the terrain. The blades of grass stick out more. They're more visible, so I draw them in. Maybe using the HB pencil right there. And then down here. All the way to the edge. A little bit larger right here. Maybe like so. Right there, okay. Something more going on in the terrain, some more lines. For the illusion of detail right here. Alright, now for the last trick. And this is what I wanted to do with this drawing. So I told you that the sun is right here, and the sun rays touch those clouds and they spread all across the sky. So right here there's a ray of sunlight coming out. I'll just use the eraser to make the area of the sky lighter right here. Trying to make this as straight as possible. And then there's something coming out, maybe right there as well. Going straight up. And over here. And then something overlapping with this cloud right there. Just like this. Okay, and that's the drawing for today. I hope you liked this idea. Tried out something new. And I think I'm happy with how this turned out. Something that I tried out these days. Tried to draw the light that comes out from behind the clouds. Thought I could use that for the scenes that I draw. Also, I just wanted to experiment with that for myself, just see how I could draw the sunlight that comes out from behind the clouds. And would you believe it? You just need some lines with the eraser, and it's as simple as that. And I think if you want to draw this type of sunlight, you can do it as well. And you can, I think, really impress people with that. They don't know how it's done. And everybody thinks this type of delicate sunlight is very difficult to draw. And you can certainly make it very detailed, but you can also pull it off this easy. All right. Let's wipe the rest of this residue off. Get rid of that. And then sign this. Okay. I hope you were entertained by me today. Hope you like the scene. Hope you picked something up from the methods that I use. Maybe you try this type of sunlight as well. See how easy it is to pull off. Maybe impress somebody. Anyway, thanks for joining me again. I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye.